Hey everyone, I'm Jeremy, Level Up Blacksmith, and today's going to be a big day. It's my first time forging something. Today, I'm going to be making blacksmith tongs out of 2 pieces of rebar, 24 inches long, and 1 bolt to serve as the pivot. Why am I just riveting the 2 pieces together? Well, that's a good question. Glad you asked it. I'm not riveting the pieces together because I don't have a punch. I'm going to make a punch, then I can punch holes and do rivets and all that fun stuff. But before that, I really need a pair of tongs, and I don't have any. I could go buy some, but that really defeats the purpose now, doesn't it? I'm operating under the principle of need a tool, make a tool. And step 1, when handling hot metal, is safety. So I believe tongs should be my first forge. All right, let's get to it. Now, this is the first time I've lit a fire in this forge that was intended for forging. I hope it's hot enough. Let's get some air going. Let's get the steel in. It's definitely worth pointing out that this is the first time I've ever seen steel that shade, that bright. My gas forge that I had previously built just really wasn't getting the steel up to temperature, so I was really pleased with this. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to hammer out the top 2.5 inches, maybe 3 inches or so. I'm eyeballing it using my anvil as a guide. In the middle there is about 2.5 inches wide, the back's about 3 inches. I really kind of suffered here by not being as accurate as I should have been. There's 2 ridges that run down either side of the rebar that would have made for a very handy visual guide when I was flattening the piece. But honestly, I didn't even think about it. So I'm just hammering away at a random section here. For my second attempt, I'll definitely make sure I do that. At this point I flattened out what's going to be the jaws of the tongs as well as I could. So I brought it back in, rotated it 90 degrees, and I'm flattening out the area that's going to be the pivot point. Again, I eyeballed this, which I think was a mistake. I should have been a little bit more precise. But hey, what's life without mistakes? Hopefully I learn from them, so my next pair of tongs will be a little bit better. Now, making these tongs, essentially from what I remembered from the few videos I watched and the few articles I read, I probably should have written something down, maybe drawn a diagram or two, just so I could have been a little bit more precise and a little bit better prepared. Now, in hindsight, this was really stupid of me. I really shouldn't have left a hot piece of metal balanced on the end of my anvil unattended. It's a really, really bad safety violation. But I live and learn.
Second, and well, they both look really ugly. All right. Okay, back to the forge.
Okay, so I compared the two pieces of the tong side by side. I want to do some forging on what's going to be the tip. Hopefully I can get them to line up. Really, really ugly. Bear with me. Alright, let's compare them. They are... this one needs its tip and back, and this one. It's doing pretty good. Alright, how do I do this? Let's hold it and hammer. How does that look? How does this go? There we go. Need to be curved a lot more. Do I have the heat? I don't have the heat. Let's curve them a lot more. Alright. Got to curve, like I just said. When I fill together, there we go. Let's curve that more. Again, this is one of those times where I should have had a plan. I knew I had to curve the jaws of the tongs at some stage, but I really kind of forgot how to do that, so I'm just making my best guess right now. That'll do it. I don't even know how to fit these. What am I doing? I bent it all the way up. Okay guys, I think I'm going to end the video right here. Right now, let me show you where I'm at. Two sides, still pretty hot. Two sides of tongs need to be identical, so when they go together, like such, they can grip stuff. And right now, they're not. It's not really close. So I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure out where I went wrong and figure out how to correct that. Now, why don't I just continue? Or, through the power of editing, just pause, go to the drawing board, and come back when I know what I'm doing. But really, I just want to I really want to highlight this. I can't continue today. Blacksmithing's hard. My forearm right now, tendon right here, is throbbing. It's in agony, and I'm having so much difficulty gripping the hammer right now, and I don't want to push it. You know, what am I? I'm 36. I have a beat up body, and I'm going to rest up, figure out what I did wrong, and come back and attack it tomorrow and film from there. So maybe it's my hammering technique. Maybe I'm not getting the steel hot enough to forge effectively. I know that there's a lot of older blacksmiths. There's a lot of people who started blacksmithing in under 50s. Yuri Hoffy, for one, started when he was 52, I believe. I don't know what it is, but I'm in a lot of pain, so I'm not going to continue. So I'll probably call this part 1, stitch together as much footage as I have into something that makes sense, and film part 2 another day. So there you have it. I will continue. Right now I'm just broke down. So watch out for part 2.